Hello, my name is Jared Bora. I am currently 18 years old and I am a student at the University of Louisville. For the past 4 months, I have been attending an African American communication class where I have learned about the history of race, black and white styles, black identity, communication competence, African American language, African American relationships, African Americans in the media, and even African Americans and meditative messages. Today, I wanted to talk to you about things I learned from the class, like stereotypes, communication competence, white privilege, and the history of race and how they connect with each other. Slavery was always a tough time for African Americans, and that's where the stereotypes all began. They were called inferior, they were basically called slaves, they were mistreated by white people. So to help you get a better understanding, here's a little video clip that I found on YouTube that will help explain what I'm talking about.
Recently in school, we were taught how the color white reflects light, but black absorbs light and creates heat. Thinking about the recent images I've seen of rallies and protests, I began to wonder if our black skin had absorbed something to create a fire in us. I've heard that my skin color means I'm stupid, I'm lazy, that I'm criminal. It doesn't matter if it's on TV or in person. If you're told something enough times, you begin to wonder if it's true. No, I'm smart. I work hard and I'm a good person. I know these ideas are wrong. So where did they come from? Some of the racist attitudes we face today seem to have started when slavery was institutionalized to justify the actions of the slave owners. This attitude was absorbed by founding fathers when our third president, Thomas Jefferson, claimed blacks are inferior to whites. It was absorbed by scientists when they began comparing our physical features to apes.
Ever since the time of slavery, African Americans have been struggling with the idea that they're being compared to apes by scientists, being called lazy and impulsive by criminologists, and even being called inferior by the founding fathers and even one of our presidents, Thomas Jefferson. It really brings a separation on society, and it connects with the history of race with the stereotypes. So next we're going to talk about white privilege. This little clip I'm about to show you, it's a guy reading a poem he made himself about the Michael Brown situation, and it is a very powerful statement that he makes.
We turned down Broadway to find a gang of cop cars gathered on the left-hand side of the street. In a place where darkness feels foreign, her copper-toned skin clashed with the cotton white of the button-up shirt, she hopes affords her the convenience of safety. She asks, why do we have to go down this street? I say it's faster. She says, no, it's not. An unnecessary risk for someone whose history reminds her how easily she can be forgotten. It isn't until we are halfway down the street that I realize I am dressed in an all-black sweatshirt with a hood pulled up against the cold, and it never even crossed my mind there was privilege in the ignorance. And the fact that as a man from an educated white middle-class background, my survival has never depended on what I choose to wear in the morning. I have never had to search for safety in clothing because my skin does that for me. And it is in this moment that I realize I am no more deserving of this freedom than the person standing next to me. I did not earn this privilege. My future was determined on my birth certificate by a society where skin color and life chances tend to correlate. A society that handcrafted whiteness by turning skin color into capital. Plantation owners made it feel important by swinging their imported black bodies from poplar trees.
Take a look at this picture of Michael Brown. He seems like a nice, innocent kid, right? Well, he was shot to death by police for not getting out of the streets. And this brought a movement up called the Black Lives Matter movement to show that Black lives do matter from the force of police brutality. Now take a look at this white person right here. He's a drug dealer, a criminal, doing bad stuff. And then we got a nice young male that's African American, all dressed up and ready for a job interview. Well, a white male with a criminal record is more likely to get a job over a man of color with a clean record because he has that benefit. He has the white privilege to get that job over a person who has a clean record and is a different color. So how does everything connect with communication competence? Well, we always got to keep an open mind about the African American culture. If we do that, we can communicate effectively with African Americans and any other people to learn about African culture and build relationships that'll last for a long time.